So we say bring y'all back with another video. Today we'll be doing an in-depth DPS loadout for nature DPS. You know, people love doing nature DPS. I don't know for what reason, but I guess it's good for some reason. You know, anyway. But we're on a new account like always. You know, I always gotta make a new account to get them to like a certain level like that. Then make a loadout that I find the best. In my opinion, this is the best loadout. No, I'm not gonna say the best, but it's like a good loadout, especially when you switch forms. But anyway, okay, so go. You're gonna go to traits like always. Go to loadouts before you even create a good loadout like you do on the ones you want. But anyway, in the first column I have Serpent Call. It is a supercharged generator. Creates it just creates snakes. They love cutting the grass videos, but you just call a group of snakes and it like wraps around your enemy and stuns them, like traps them in it. And it just damages them over time. It also releases poison, inflicting enemies with damage over time to make them vulnerable to poison effects. When you get poison effects, it gives them damage over time, and certain abilities does extra damage if you got poison on them already. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the second one I got is Briar. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but you get what I'm saying. You know how to look. Create a daily, patch beneath your target, stunning and damaging. It releases poison, inflicting your target with damage over time, making it vulnerable to poison effects. Same thing, it just stuns them pretty much like, it just makes them start scratching themselves. It's like thorns pretty much. Okay, Vine Lash, pull. Encore your target in a vicious, thorny vine pulling towards you. Releases poison, same way. It just pull. It's a pull. If you ain't got that much dominance, so like, it's gonna really pull nobody, but it's good for the damage and stuff like that. Okay, plants. I don't know how to pronounce that right, really. It releases a group of man-eating plants until your target damage and knocking it down. Each plants will also take nearby enemies near your target, damaging and stunning them. Poised enemies take additional damage. So pretty much use any of these three abilities plus this. It's gonna do extra damage plus the damage over time. So yeah, I mean, and this you can pretty much spam. This is like a 0.5 second cooldown. The cost is on 100 power. This is really good, and it does a decent amount of damage as well, especially when they be in a group. Okay, so the supercharge you're gonna use, and I advise you to put this in R2 square, or if you're on different thing, RT square. Just put it in the fifth slot. Is the primal wolf form, or you can go for the gorilla form. But I like the primal wolf form better. It's you transform into a wolf, but as soon as you transform, it'll do a burst of damage to anybody that's in the area, and your damage output, critical attack chance, and critical attack damage are increased for a short time. So they just take damage when you use your supercharge. You get new abilities. Well, not new abilities. You just got super speed, and pretty much your attack is different. And yeah, that's pretty much that. I'm gonna get form loadout. Okay, so and I advise you put a shield in because you're gonna need a shield. Well, you don't have to, but most of the time when you be in your regular state, like this state right here, you want to attack far back because if you run up and try to do damage, you're most likely gonna die. So yeah, get a shield and just stay back and spam. That's why this is a good loadout for staying back. But when you go into your wolf form, you might need to rush up because staying back right thing. Okay, so the primal wolf form loadout consists of roar. Put roar in L2 square. It's the most reasonable thing in the first column. I always put it in the first column. It's easiest to navigate to. So it just pretty much unleashes a terrifying howl to intimidate your target, stunning them. Pheromones no, not pheromones. Poise is consumed and enemies take the damage remaining with the remaining damage at once. So damage roller deals damage to enemies in front of you. So you pretty much can scream and move around and stuff like with the super speed. Serpent Call, this why you're gonna need the poison. It's like you already going over this, but it releases poison, so you can use that with roar as well. But this is the thing where you're gonna need more, like you're gonna need at least one poison item, and the rest of them gonna need to be taking the poison, not releasing poison. Okay, so this one is called Savage Growth. It creates an eruption of plant life to knock down nearby enemies. Okay, so it damages savagely thrashes surrounding enemies, damaging them. Like I said, releases poison enemies take additional damage. So if you use Serpent Call plus Savage Growth, it's gonna do like a burst damage, It's gonna do extra damage. It's gonna be damage over time as well. So it's really really good. Okay, okay. This person beside me. I guess they want to short out or something. But I don't know. Okay, so the fourth item you're gonna put is Impaling Thorns. It will wreck your target with thorny barriers, pretty much like patches and stuff like that. Like thorns and stuff like that. Pretty much, yeah. Stunning and damaging it real quick in succession. If the target is below 35% health, the attack deals extra damage. In a gorilla form, it targets and damage additional enemies. So pretty much anyone in gorilla form, it'll pretty much damage a whole bunch of people around you. The supercharge I put on this thing is carnivorous plants. It's user command of the Plant Kingdom to drain the health of your enemies, damaging them over time, and to heal yourself and allies for a smaller more amount with massive carnivorous plants. I can't really say that. I ain't been in school in a long time. It spreads and refreshes poison on enemies, so you can pretty much use all like Savage Growth, Impaling Thorns, and Roar, and it'll do some extra damage as well. And I like this one because most of the time you're getting healed by people. Like if y'all don't have a healer, this won't really be much of a heal, but it'll heal you. It's good for that. But yeah, and it also does damage too, so you can't really go wrong. And put in the last slot, you're gonna have to put return to normal. It just restores your normal form. So yeah, so pretty much you about to die. No healer not doing anything. You have no sodas. Return to normal and put on your shield and run away. The smartest thing to do. Stat points. I just started to count, by the way. Started to count like 3 days ago, so I don't mind my stat points right now. Okay, so focus on hybrid, especially you're gonna be going for damage, which your superpower is not your weapon. If it's gonna be your weapon, put focus weapon expert. But yeah, I just go hybrid because that's what I do. Yeah, I use attacks instead of weapons. But anyway, max out critical attack chance, max out critical anything, like critical healing chance, critical power chance. You max those out first. You're never supposed to put like 10 out of 10 out of 20. Then just go focus on anything else. Because if you don't get a critical attack, then the ain't gonna really do much. Because you're just gonna be getting the crits less. So at least you got a 20% chance to get a critical attack chance, ability and weapon. So next you need to start working on your critical attack damage. Get that to max next. You get that to level 40, get it out 40 points. The only reason I got 16 out of there because I have weapon, my points in my weapon as well. Okay, so I got as right now I got 30% attack ability damage and 32% critical weapon attack damage. So yeah, then after you do that, you need to, if you're gonna do weapons, then get your precision up. If you're gonna do damage, get might and power and max that out. After you max out might and power, don't you have anything else left, go max out precision. But if you're doing a hybrid, you put 100 in each. But I advise y'all to focus on this right now. Alright, so next thing y'all need to be focused on is your weapon. Well, not really weapon. You probably focused on that earlier in the game. The weapon I use, for nature is martial arts. Is the best thing. Alright, so the weapon I use is martial arts. Yeah, just get that maxed out. And then go to inventory. And then artifacts I use is called Grimorium Verum. It's an artifact. It just pretty much spawns like a void gazer that helps you do damage. And I'm gonna get it to level 120. And then when I get it to level 120, I'll be able to use, the nature of void poison and stuff like that and do extra damage without having to actually spread poison. So the next artifact, I won't even know really about damage, but y'all pretty much will know. But just go get some good artifacts for damage. I advise you get something for your trinket, your thing. So it's like a thing. It just increases your damage of your damage. Supply drop, not supply drop. The orbital strike. You get that, and then get whatever else you want. But if you have a utility build, okay, so this the artifact. Not the artifacts. The things, the trinkets I would advise y'all to use. Get the backup henchman. It don't matter which ones, just get them maxed. Get that first. Next you need to work on is your orbital strike. Get that max as well. I advise you get that max next. Anyway, third thing, you can have a pet like a trinket. I got the ritualist sunken room or the nightmare bat. I'm gonna take off the sunken room because he ain't really healing for nothing. So I'm gonna take that off. But you can have like a pet. If you don't have a pet, you can get you a sidekick as well. They just restore power and stuff like that. And you get a max, so that's good as well. And the last thing you're gonna need is your actual trinket to apply extra damage. The precision, the weaponization, radar, and the might. And you use that. So that's pretty much that for that utility build stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much that. Anyways, I'm about to get into raid, show y'all how this loadout works. And if you guys like it, then leave a comment and subscribe. And alright, let's get straight to this raid.
Sitting throwing rocks across the pavement, hoping it will cave in and swallow me whole. Wonder why my mind keeps on spinning. This isn't how living to me what you told. Why am I like this? Something's always amiss. Can't put my finger on it, but it's there. Wait for it to subside, but my mind won't apply. Waiting for the clear. Is it bad sometimes? I see the light of day. But I can also see the bones decay. I don't know what else there is to say. I'm doing my best not to run away. Sitting throwing rocks across the pavement. I was angry before, but I circled the drain in my mind. I can't find. Don't let the sun go down. Don't let the sun go down. I was angry before, but I circled the drain in my mind. I can't find. Don't let the sun go down. Don't let the sun go down. Don't let the sun go.
That's it for this video, you guys. If you guys enjoyed the build and the video, make sure you drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're new. And if not, then yeah, see you in the next video.
Fuck you, drop the phone, dumbass bitch.